Well, good morning, guys. Today, I would like to bring to your kind notice about hairline disastrous outcome and a repair transplant, and what led to these kind of situations, and how did we repair it. All these details I'm going to show in this video with practical, with an example of repairing a case. Kindly watch the video until end to understand what led to this kind of situation to this patient. Thank you. Well, most of the times, we get a chance to see this kind of disastrous outcomes. Usually, this patient had an hair transplant long back a year ago in a different clinic. His hairline been brought almost 2 centimeters down on the forehead, which is not necessary. Why this has happened to him? Because that probably could be a reason is a budget transplant or black market hair transplant business, because most of the clinics will offer you a lucrative package when compared to the best clinics, and where this most of the patient will fall as a prey to get it in this kind of transplant. During that point of time, they only look at the cost constraint or a budget package. They ignore the quality of the transplant and who's doing transplant on them, and what kind of aesthetic sense these doctors has while doing a transplant on you. All this definitely goes to a toss. And that's what happened in this patient also. He had been to a different clinic in some other place where he did a transplant. He did not even discuss about the plan, what plan that is going to get it done on his head, but he was only concerned about the budget constraint. So someone has offered him a lucrative package and got it done a transplant. He even ignored what kind of hairline they're making it, who did what. After 1 year only, he got to know that this hairline looks very disastrous, and disappointed, depressed. He approached me and he wanted a repair. Well, now the point is, this kind of cases, to repair it, I'm sure they would need to come multiple sessions. This is a very important factor. If you go for the budget transplantations, I'm sure you need to shell out more money in future to get it repaired. There are few cases no one can repair. Unfortunately, this patient had enough donor to repair it, and he was motivated to come back for multiple sessions to get it repaired. Otherwise, no one would do repair for this case, because it's expensive for surgeon side as well as the patient side also, and no one would shell out more valuable time, more precision while doing transplantation. Rather, I would do a general normal patient. When we do repair transplant, we need to give more attention, more stress, and more precision we need to follow, where no one would take that kind of risk. So repairing is always a challenge. This patient we repaired in 2 sessions. First session we repaired, planned that 80% of the graft removal has to be done, and do a normal transplant to get the restore the density in the mid scalp and the side views. That's the plan. Second session, left over any grafts which are left over in the front, a wrong placement, that has to be removed in second session. Well, this patient almost, if you can observe, the 2 centimeters below the blue marking, and all those grafts subjected to be removed. Those grafts 80% being removed in first time, and rest supposed to be removed in next time. If you can observe the density after the first result repair, beautiful density we achieved, and we created a new hairline above the spoiled hairline, and below this 80% of grafts have been removed. We observed 2 points. One is, whatever implanted in the new transplantation, densities come out very well and very natural. Well, still 20% of the unnecessary grafts are still there, which is looking so sad. That has to be addressed or removed next session. And kindly remember, we cannot remove all the grafts in single session, because we're going to damage the frontal tissue also. That is the reason we don't want to damage the frontal area. We need to remove so meticulously. We cannot damage the tissue or skin in front of the frontal hairline. That is the reason we can only remove 80% or 90% maximum. Other leftovers should be removed only after 6 months later, a second session. So, well, first results comes out very good. We are so happy, patient also so happy. Now second session we are planning to remove the frontal hairline which is left over last time in first correction. Well, majority of the repair work is done in first session itself. That is the restoring the density back with creating a new hairline and density in my scalp and everywhere. And what are the grafts that has been not removed last time? 20% of the grafts are subjected to remove second time. We removed it second time, and you can see that second time markings in the frontal area. Kindly remember, all these markings will disappear in a couple of months, like approximately 3 months. That's the again depends on surgeon skill and the way they are using the fine instruments, etc. Here, because of one wrong step, because of one wrong decision that is taken, which led to 3 sessions of transplantation total, and turns out to be more expensive than the whatever he thought of saving in the initial time. Because this patient had an idea to save some amount because of the budget transplant, but unfortunately ended up in paying more. So that's what happened in this patient. There are 2 reasons why this kind of wrong transplantation can happen: because of the black market business, the transplantation, like whoever wants to do transplant, they will do, or lucrative packages. A patient will not have any idea about the quality transplant. Most of the patients will ask me, what is the difference between this and that? I would say it's the difference is only difference is quality and safety. I don't know how you understand this. There's a lot meaning to the quality and safety, because transplantation should go with a very meticulous hands and kind of expert hands, with a lot many teams involved in that. So that's the difference between a best transplant clinics and the normal substandard clinics. Second thing is, someone has done without having any aesthetic sense, someone has implanted grafts in the frontal area. This is the second reason why this transplant becomes so disastrous. What are the reason? End of the day, patient need to shell out money each and every time, and time. These are the things one should keep in mind before making a plan to a good transplant clinics. Well, this would definitely help most of the guys to take their decision to approach best surgeons and take the details about their case and about their hairline placement, and then go for the transplantation process. Most of the people don't even know the quality of the transplantation. They simply ended up in searching by cost wise. There lies the biggest problem. Cosmetic surgery would not go like that. It is just goes by the expert's hands and experience. How best your surgeon has an experience in this field would definitely give you results than your lucrative package or cost wise. There is always someone present in big cities to make you less charge, less charge, less charge. What are the package you're getting it? Someone they're ready to do lesser package for you and lesser packages for you. That would never give you a good quality transplant. There's a possibility that they don't follow the proper protocols for safety purpose and instrumentation uses purpose, whatever it is. It's all definitely not safe. So kindly do think twice before getting into that kind of lucrative packages or budget packages or substandard clinics or black market business. This is most common in Europe too, in America, Turkey, and in India also. So there are always people search by money, cost wise. That's the total mistake you guys are doing it. Most of the cases you don't even need transplantation at all. This patient was definitely, I don't think he need transplant in earlier phases. Unfortunately, he's fallen into a trap of some hospital. He made transplant 3 times unnecessarily. Otherwise, you would have been probably you would have thought of doing transplantation later in the future. So this is the conclusion of that kind of disastrous outcome. Kindly make sure you are visiting or sending photos to your surgeon. Take the opinion about your case. Do not compare the other cases. Kindly take opinion on your case. Is it worth doing transplant or not? And then what is the plan, what is the hairline you are going to do, does it look natural or not? All this definitely makes sense to take your decision about doing getting a transplant done with the best surgeon. I'm sure this video must help many people. Thanks for watching. Kindly keep watching for more videos, this kind of intriguing videos with practical example I would like to bring to your notice. Thanks so much.